FOG Andrew here, and the coach here, and Ryan here, from Family Gamers. Welcome, War Gamers, to an exciting, awesome video. We're back on the couch today.
We like the couch.
We do like
a lot of views on the couch. We like the couch.
It's the comfy couch. It's comfy chair?
Comfy chair.
Comfy couch. So, Mantic put out like a teaser thing, basically saying like, oh, out with 2024, in with 2025. This is what's coming up in 2025. So, I mean, if you haven't checked it out, I guess go watch it and subscribe to their YouTube channel so we can get the revs back. But they talked about like, they showed a bunch of stuff in the beginning of like stuff that came out this year. So they had like, the Dead Zone with the Night Stalkers and Matsadon. Same thing with Firefight for the Night Stalkers. The Matsadon are in Firefight or no? It's just the Night Stalkers, right?
I think so. I think the Matsadon.
Kings of War, Epic Warpath, Kickstarter.
I will say that Kings of War, the very first picture of, I guess it's a demon or something, was pretty cool. Pretty sweet.
Imagine they put that effort into making new Rebs models. So they talked about, and then they showed Epic Warpath as that Kickstarter. We talked about that months ago, and then Worms Game of the Year 2024.
Game of the Year.
Halo, all that stuff basically that came out this year. Funnily enough, the one game that they didn't show was Armada, which I thought was funny. Or not funny, but
they did say the Mantic Vault.
That did. I
pop
guess that includes Armada, but like...
And then they showed Cresterson, and then they said Vanguard. And Vanguard is in the... a lot of this Vanguard stuff is in the vault.
Yes.
But they're doing the is it Game Found for Vanguard.
My Mini Factory.
Yeah. But you get the rules and stuff, so.
Yeah. For a game that I have not heard great things about.
I mean, people may like it or what, but we just,
we never played it.
From trusted sources, we heard that it wasn't. I think they're going to revamp it, and it'll be a print 2 game, which, like we said in the other video, I really like that. Print to play games.
Right. So I mean, I guess this means Armada's dead.
It's going to be. It's still in the vault. It's still, every month there's Armada stuff in the vault.
It's still in the vault, but
it's in the vault. I guess whatever. Maybe it's not selling, and they're going to go print only. I don't have a problem with that.
Or it's just like the core people who play it. Like it's just like a certain click. You know what I mean? So they're just going to play it no matter what, no matter where it is. And I feel like a lot of those guys have printers, but. I feel like it's not being marketed out to new people, but like I don't really think it needs to be at this point. But all in the vault. You have a printer. Vault's a good get. So.
I would like to know about that. Like, did it just like kind of peter out and that's it? What was the thing? It wasn't selling. It wasn't because we said at Adepticon when they were like, no, we're making space for Halo, and I said it's a fire sale. And no, it's a space sale. But then all of a sudden it went into the vault, and like I bought Abyssal Doors. And then next month it was in the vault anyway, so... Didn't
Abyssal Dwarves just came out?
No.
When did they come out?
A while ago.
Like 4 years ago? Or like a year ago?
Like this year, early this year.
Right, so...
In Armada, yes.
Right.
I bought the box.
Right, so this year, and then they put the Forces of the Abyss in the vault as a straight printable faction.
Right.
And they didn't even show like an image. The video is not even a minute long, and they didn't even show a single frame image of Armada.
I think they should have showed a few more vault, like maybe a quick vault, because they showed Cresterson, which is actually a good get in the vault. So the vault, out of all the things Mantic's done, the vault is pretty much my favorite at this point.
Right. Other than the stuff that came out this year, we're not going to go into that stuff. What we really want to talk about is the new stuff that was kind of revealed, teased, shown off for Mantic, coming out for Mantic, because we play a bunch of Mantic games. Dead Zone, Hellboy, Worms, the greatest game of all time.
We are playing Halo. Me and Ryan are playing Halo.
You guys are playing Halo. Kings of War is in the
docket.
It's in the works.
I'm glad I worked on all that stuff and it's just sitting there. But.
Well, listen. Speaking of Kings of War, I don't know what this means. Kings of War champions, and they actually just posted something on Instagram of the filming of this episode. Just the logo again. It says stuff's coming for Kings of War champions.
When? Does it say
No idea.
Q1
This year.
Okay, well, I mean, it's 12 months in the year.
Maybe they're making Primaris Marines. That's what's going on.
I would say there's been a rumor going around a long time that because they made Vanguard, and Vanguard was not. Now, I'm just going by what people say. I've never played Vanguard.
What is Vanguard? I don't even know.
Vanguard is the Kings of War skirmish game.
Okay. But
So
okay.
it was a skirmish game, but it didn't really. It was like it's like one of those things like Mantic comes out with something new, people grab it, but it never really took off, and it was I heard the rules weren't as good. Like I said, this is all I'm hearing from people that played it and that are big Kings of War fans and didn't really do it. And I heard that the next thing what they would do is they're like, well, Dead Zone is such a good skirmish game, which we all three of us agree, pretty much best rule set in skirmish games. Why don't you take that and do it with Kings of War? Maybe do hexes or whatever. Just make it Dead Zone Kings of War.
Yeah, it's like fantasy. It's like
Right, basically fantasy. So instead of like, I mean, I don't think it'd be a big transition. You already have the combat system. You could have spells instead of, whatever, and just transfer it over there. The movement in Dead Zone is really easy. That could be another way Mantic comes out with fantasy terrain.
If they did that, I'd be in.
Yeah.
I'd look, because honestly, like, I have been hesitant. So basically at Adepticon, we picked up, you got Kings of War, we both also got Ravage Star, but I was like, I already had Ravage Star, and I was like, I want to kind of just focus on this. And so I didn't really, like, I have some stuff for Kings of War with the Empire Dust, but I think if they did that, I think I'd be really inclined to get it.
I think also a little bit more character heavy
that's
with
cool.
that, and because
I guess that's why it's called Champion.
I think
You're taking Champion.
I think that would be great.
Well, we don't know, right?
I mean, honestly, and us, we go, full tilt on this stuff. So if we did like if it was a Dead Zone fantasy version, it's just we got to buy more shelves to put stuff on the shelves. It's like I would love that, and then that ties back once again. The vault has got lots and lots of Vanguard stuff in it, so we would already be ahead of the curve. I would love that. Some new books and.
You think that they'll come out with new models, or they'll just say, "Oh, just use the Vanguard stuff"?
No, they come out with the models.
I think it would probably be a mix.
Yeah,
it would be because, if you have the stuff on hand, let's just say for argument's sake, you have the Vanguard stuff on hand.
right?
And you make new rules for it in a new rule set, and the models are good, but the rules stunk. Now we fix the rules.
Right.
Why not? Go for it. That's the way I look at it. If it's on hand, and it's
Right.
also you get it out quicker.
Right.
So but this is we might be just kind of
All
We don't know
speculation.
yet,
Of course.
speculation. Yeah.
We literally just have the single image.
I-
Do you see
I'm
anything
looking
in the
at-
background? I'm just.
It
We
just
have the
looks,
photo.
it looks like just a map of Panathor.
Panathor. But yeah, man, I'll be all in on that, man. That'd be like, we thought we weren't going to get into a new game, and that would be one that we'd jump right into, man.
Honestly, that might. Let's say they do that, it might incline me to go and play regular Kings of War even more. Like, I already want to play Kings of War. I want to run my goblins, but give me a goblin faction in Skirmish Kings of War, please,
sure there would
and
be.
make them like
though?
so
but
good.
you think about it too, right? How many armies are there in Kings of War? How many faction armies? Whatever.
That's a great question.
It's
Let's
the
look.
only kind I have.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
He's doing it, and he can't touch the iPad, so it's harder to count. So give him a second.
19.
19.
That's
how
insane.
many factions in Dead Zone?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
11, 12.
13.
Oh.
And what was it? The other one?
19.
Wow, you know what? They caught up. But
Well,
then
they
again,
added the
No, I'm saying they've been catching up. But just think about it too. That's so many different factions and different play styles that
I'm a
no
sucker
one
for
could
different
not.
factions.
Yeah. No, I mean, other than I don't collect the Rebs, he collects the Rebs. I collect. I have everything else. So
When are they going to add
I'd be
factions to
all in.
Worms?
What was that?
When are they going to add factions to Worms?
Okay. Worms is a complete game in and of itself. Don't ruin it. So Marvel Kings of War champions.
We're the ones drinking.
Yeah.
I think that would be awesome. I'd be
I'm in.
just take my wallet.
And of course, once they start revealing stuff, I'm sure we'll have some
Yeah.
videos talking about it. But I want to move on though, because the next thing that's pretty crazy that they showed, DreadBall All Stars, bringing back DreadBall.
I just hope they just bring back DreadBall as DreadBall, and it's just DreadBall All Stars.
Now my question is this guy on here? Is he large and they're small, or is it just a weird perspective?
Like, the
That's a
graphic
good question.
designer.
Yeah, I can't tell. It looks
like he's a giant.
It looks like he's a giant, but he's like,
But are these guys fans or are they in the game?
I don't know.
Oh, those guys are fans. Well,
Oh.
DreadBall has a fan aspect to it. If you do something great, you get fan, the fan points and whatnot.
I think this
But
is
all
great,
right,
though.
all right. Listen, bringing back DreadBall. We've talked about this on like episodes of the podcast that like DreadBall's a dead game. They haven't done anything with it.
But DreadBall's, I wouldn't say a dead game.
Do they support it?
I don't think it's a dead game in the fact that there are a lot of people who are playing
like
it
it, yeah.
still. It's like it's come out, and it's like Blood Bowl. There were people playing it for years. Johnny P has a whole. They do their podcast and they run like tournaments every year. They have a whole league about it. It's just what the fans want.
We talked about that, me, Ryan, and Fabian, on that one episode of the podcast, where it's like, well, there's going to be a ton of people playing X-Wing, but they don't support it, so it's dead. Like, sure, okay, these people are playing it, but that's the nature of a game. If a company's not supporting it, then I would consider it to be a dead game.
It's semantics. If people are still playing it and then they're like, you know what, there's a lot of people playing it, let's get back into
It's like
it.
Guild Ball.
If the company's not supporting it and people are still playing it, then I think it's a zombie game at that point, because it's a dead game, but it's coming back to life.
Call it whatever you want, as long
Yeah,
as
but
people are playing
this
it.
is good because I remember the year that they had, because they didn't have Mantic Open Night last year, right? The year before that, like, there was this, I think we were all talking like, yeah, what's really going on with DreadBall? But they had it out at Open Night when they were done with the presentations, and people just ran to it, man. I think there's a real interest in this, and this is, if you want to talk about Rebs, is this not the best vehicle for getting you Rebs?
And that's the next thing that I wanted to bring up too, was that, DreadBall introduced a lot of, different
Races.
races
right?
and stuff like that. Was the Asterians in
Yes.
DreadBall first?
Oh, yeah.
They were?
Well, they would have a Kalishi team.
Right.
And I think they do have an Aster. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Well,
But-
so I like you said, I do think that I agree. I think this is like a perfect opportunity to like get some factions, and it's like, okay, now you can use those in,
But
in Dead Zone.
I was also saying too that like in DreadBall, like the Crystallans or the Zor or all those races, I said that in the video. We keep saying the same thing over and again. That's why we keep referring to videos. But remember I said about my wish list for Dead Zone? One of the things is that there are so many cool races that they made that should be in Dead Zone. Not sub-factions, not this. I understand like they did the Matsudan. Okay, I was good with that. The Night Stalkers. It was like I said, an easy transition. To Dead Zone from Kings of War. I think because they want to make it into Firefight. But like the Crystallans are in there. They're like a cool faction. Like I said, the Zor.
Yeah.
I mean, Ronnie said a million years ago that the Zor were going to be this big, dare I say, Tyranid-esque.
Right.
The inner sphere is going to be invaded by Zor and stuff. And I would have loved to see like 100 bugs in a Dead Zone thing. So I think this is a good way to introduce races and then transition them into the other two games.
Yeah.
That's what I think is best.
I agree. I think not only is it cool that DreadBall is coming back, but I think that'll help kind of usher in some Rebs.
But what I think they
But I'm definitely interested. Is this 3.0 or is this like,
or is it a
new
revamped
thing?
Overdrive?
That's what I was thinking too. I was
This looks
thinking
like a
about that too.
revamp. This looks like it's going to
A
be
revamp of DreadBall,
Yes.
not Overdrive. You mean?
This looks like a revamp of DreadBall.
I think they should put the Overdrive guys in there, which a lot of them are in the vault.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it'd be cool. I
Yeah.
mean, there's another. I mean,
Only good things come from DreadBall. The Nameless too. I wouldn't have the Pheramites that I do without Nameless, without DreadBall, because when we were, I think the original 3 that I was using when I first started playing Nameless came out of their DreadBall Nameless.
yeah,
right?
no, they were from my DreadBall team because when I played DreadBall, the Nameless was the team that I played.
Yeah.
And they were in DreadBall before Dead Zone. Like they were
Way before. Yeah.
How are they in? Because I think I love playing the Nameless. I love playing the Nameless. How are they in DreadBall? Just out of curiosity.
I liked them a lot because they had a lot of answers to a lot of questions. I thought they were great. They had the sticky guard, and then they had the Pheramites were the hard guards, and they were the beat sticks, and the other guys were like really quick, and they had good ball skills and stuff.
They're such a great fan. I love them. Not sidetrack. I love the Nameless.
Yeah.
They're so cool.
So do I. I love to. But now that you're a Nameless fan, wouldn't you want to put them on a DreadBall?
Yeah, you know what? I never really got into DreadBall. I think you guys, I remember when you guys first got it, and I've played before, but, I've always gravitated towards Dead Zone. But my whole point in this is, only good things are going to come out of this.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited to see what happens, and maybe we play it, and we have a good time with it.
Oh, we'll play.
Now, they revealed another thing, which I know you're excited for.
Yes.
That would be the Epic Warpath new...
Oh, that's not it. I've just been bamboozled.
I think Epic Warpath looks really cool. I think they're going to... If it's like Firefight with some extra rules in it, it could be really cool. But like we said, for us, it wasn't for us.
Yeah.
I just... Like you could see how excited we are about certain games. Just Epic Warpath to me didn't do it. Now, granted, it might come out. They might have a starter box. We end up getting the starter box, and it's the greatest game we've ever.
Right.
We don't know, but at the time with the Kickstarter and stuff, it wasn't for us.
Yeah.
And that's okay. You're allowed to not want to play certain games, and it's okay. And I know we get a lot of times we get a lot of hate for stuff like that, but that's just the way it is. We certain games we really love to play, and I don't know about you watching this, but the 3 of us, man, our schedules are jam-packed. We're all working and stuff, and when we get together, we have to play a game that we really love because time is short. And then also, our hobby time is shorter because we like to make videos also. So that's the thing. But yeah, Epic Warpath, it looks pretty cool. I think it'll be... I want to see all the Striders and then the Plague stuff and everything. I think it looks cool. I just don't know,
Yeah.
If
If they want to send it to us, I'll be more than happy to play it.
I would try it, but...
We will make content on it, and we will
Yes.
make good content on it.
Okay, so now the actual thing...
Stop
that
it. There's
you're
something
excited-
else.
No.
The vault is...
No.
okay, I gotta see.
The actual thing that you're pretty excited
Oh.
for is Assassin's Creed is a new IP that Mantic is acquiring.
I remember Ryan...
Hold on. Let
No,
Ryan,
what
let
is he
Ryan
gonna
go.
say?
Let Ryan
Share
go.
your
Come on.
anecdote.
Ryan's very excited to
I
talk about
want
it.
him to share his anecdote. I want to hear the anecdote.
It's funny
What's your free
that
laptop?
I always
Yeah,
get blamed. I always get blamed for cutting people off, and you do the same thing.
Yeah, I was trying to cut you off from cutting him off.
Share your anecdote.
So anyway, Ryan wearing the hood and talking about Assassin's Creed, and and you guys shot a video of you grabbing the kids next door doing Assassin's Creed
Oh yeah,
stuff
remember that
on
skit
them.
we did?
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Assassin's Creed is great. Yeah, we beat up the kids next door.
So,
That was awesome.
Not actually.
but yeah, I remember you talking about how great the video game was and stuff, and then
It's awesome.
the big question is, miniature game?
Yes.
Or
Well, now here's the thing. I think my theory is that Assassin's Creed, the miniature game, will be using the Dead Zone
engine.
Yeah, I'd be all for that. I want to see stuff where it's like stealth, grappling. But here's the thing, though. Is it Assassins versus... Well, I guess it would be Assassins versus Templars. I mean, the Templars, depending who, are kind of skilled in some of the assassin trades, you know what I mean? I want to see, the use of stealth, grappling, takeouts, stuff like that.
See, now that would be cool compared to... I don't want to go into it too much, but comparing, adding those very unique mechanics to the Dead Zone engine over just having Halo.
You know what though? Go ahead. Finish your,
No,
finish your thought.
it over having like Halo, where it's like, okay, two to charge in, okay, weapons, okay, what else?
I don't know what you're saying.
What else?
But what
no, I feel like this has more
But you
opportunities that have more unique mechanics added to a Dead Zone engine than Halo does.
But you can do
already.
stuff. You can do stuff in that game similar to, like, say, The Walking Dead, where if you do something and make noise, you're bringing the enemy is aware of you, so they start to
Right.
close in. Is there a thing in the game like if you make noise, the guards will come?
Yeah,
or
they
something?
start walking over and they investigate. But my question is this: if this is a miniature game and you're playing against someone, how is that really going to work? You know what I mean?
Maybe you have missions, or whatever. I don't know.
See, but I could see this, like, this is, and I have no clue. I would like to run a game with you, and we're all, the three of us are assassins, and it's like, I'm comparing it, I'm not saying it's Hellboy, but it's like similar where this is more of a board game than a miniature game. We don't know, right? It could be either, right?
No idea.
I think
right
this
now.
would, I understand the Dead Zone engine, but if this was a board game where we're playing against, like, the game master, I guess is the right
Or
way
the
to
AI of the
like
you know,
when
or the NPCs, you
right,
know.
right. I think I'd be more sold on that. I think I'd have to see how it plays as a miniature, like 1v1 type game. But either way, I'm really hyped for it. I'd be happy.
Maybe it's a cooperative game.
That's what I'm saying. Like I would be really like, I don't know if this is gonna have a Kickstarter or whatever, but I'm in line for this. So
Now I just hope that it's not gonna be like copy paste Dead Zone and change a few things. It's like copy
I
my
don't think you could do
copy
that.
my homework, but don't make it exactly the
I
same.
think it's different because, like, okay, we made that argument that Halo is this lesser remask of Dead Zone. I'll be honest, that's what I think it is. I don't think you can do that with this.
No,
It's just-
I don't think so either.
I would love for this to be a board game that's like co-op. I think
Yeah.
that's the right way to do this. Now, I don't know, it could be a miniature game. Either way, I'm getting it. But yeah, I'd be really excited and to see.
And it's just a picture.
It's just a picture.
Yeah,
Who is that?
I think that's I don't know. I'm not. So I started.
Assassin.
It's just an assassin. No, it's not Ezio. I don't know. It's just an assassin. But basically, like, I started playing around. Like, I came back to play. I had actually never played the first one. Funny enough, the fan that I am, but I came back to play the second one. I started at 3 actually. I guess the games were coming out really before I was really into video games. But I started at 3, which is the one that's in America. I actually got the steel box, the metal case for that.
The steelbook.
And then Black Flag came out, and then I was in love with the franchise ever since because I
And
freaking-
Rogue.
I like Rogue too.
I love Rogue.
Rogue's
Better
just
than Black Flag.
that's not true, but it's an extension of Black Flag. It's as good as its floor is the same, I guess. But yeah, I mean, like, and then there's been up and down with game. Not that we're making this a video game conversation, but like they've had their moments. Like
Yeah.
Unity was kind of mid, and Syndicate like kind of forgettable. But like, I don't know. Like then, because where Assassin's Creed is at now, so like I'm just speculating on this. Assassin's Creed right now is not what it used to be. Like the Valhalla, the Odyssey, and the Origins were like, you think open world, like massive, huge. Like you were literally like barely an assassin in Valhalla. You were just a Viking. You literally command an army and you'd raid and go into battles and take castles.
Right.
Like that's not very Assassin's Creed-esque.
Right.
So like I'm not saying this is going to be a mass battle game, but it totally could be, and I'd be all in for it. So I think anything they do with this, just to sum up, I am in line for. I think my preference is a board game, similar to like a cooperative board game, but I'd be in for a miniature game or something larger as well. But this is awesome. Happy they got the IP. So
Yeah.
I have no idea what they're going to do. So I can't wait.
Well, that is all that Mantic has put in their teaser. Let us know what you think down in the comments below.
What are you excited about? What are you looking forward to? What do you think? Are we on base? Are we off base? Are we crazy?
Yes.
Just let us know.
Yes.
I think it was a good video. It got me excited.
Yeah.
I will say though, the Champions, if it is what we think it might be, I'm in. Like I said before, I'd be in on that. And then, as we mentioned, like anything that comes out with DreadBall breeds other good things. So
Yeah, so,
you know,
so definitely in on DreadBall, definitely in on Champions if it's what we think it is, definitely in on Assassin's Creed.
Warpath is the only one that's kind of
Warpath, we'll see.
we'll see.
I don't want to ever say no because I've done that with a lot of games, and then 10 years later we've we bought a bunch of the game. So you never know. But right now, I think those three are really what I'm looking for.
And I'm sure for you, there's going to be a lot of good Vault stuff coming out.
I really, really hope so.
Yeah.
Which in turn is good for you guys.
Yeah.
So,
all right, guys. Well,
Close us out.
let us know what you think down in the comments below. And check out the other videos on the screen that are on the screen. They're on the screen, somewhere on the screen. And check out our link tree in the description below. It's got our links to everything else related to us. Guys, we'll see you in the next one.